Hello everyone, I'm Dennis from Emery and welcome to our another product update. And today we are announcing quite a big release, which is weekly planning screen. So let's start with an overview. So at the center of the screen you can see all your weekly events from all your calendars, similar to daily screen. On the left hand side you can see all your weekly tasks and different task lists to help you plan your week properly. The first list is your task for this particular week, for the chosen week. The next list is for the upcoming week. And no date list, which includes all no date tasks, which can act as some sort of backlog for you to plan your week properly and to move things around. All those areas are resizable, so you can increase the width of this area or height of this area to make it more convenient to use for your particular case. Also, you can collapse and minimize this area to free more space to access your schedule. And if you need even more space, you can just collapse the sidebar and see even more in your more days in your schedule. And the way how you can switch and jump into a particular day, you can just press on the title and it opens this particular date. And if you need to get back to the weekly view, you can just use one of those mode buttons. Now let's see how I can plan my week using this screen. So first of all, I can create tasks inside my weekly schedule by pressing on this plus icon. I can also create tasks by pressing enter on the keyboard, and I can navigate between these tasks by pressing up and down arrow buttons on my keyboard, which is quite convenient. Also, if I need to pick up something from my no-day backlog, I can just move this task and put it into the position I want it to be. And if I understand that this particular task I'm going to complete during a particular day, I can just convert it into a daily task by just dragging and dropping it into this daily list of priorities. Let's say I'm going to complete this task tomorrow, and this task is going to be completed the day after. And this drag and drop functionality, it works even if this list of daily tasks is collapsed. I can just move a task inside this one of those counters, and it's going to appear in my regular priority list. And if I understand that this task is rather a top priority for me, I can just move it here. Another improvement of the screen is that we simplified management of overdue tasks. So prior to these changes, you had to go into a separate page and you needed to manage all your overdue tasks there. Now you can see all of them right here. You can just collapse this list if it's not really actual for you. Or you can just drag and drop and sort those tasks easily by moving them into one of those lists. Let's say I'm not going to complete this task anytime soon, so I can just move it into my backlog. And we also added a group editing for this list. For example, I can just move all of those tasks into a particular week or date using our date picker. For example, I can just move them all to next week. I can undo this action, and I can delete all of them if I understand that there is nothing actual for me anymore. And same undo works as well. Now let's talk for a second about editing tasks. Well, the entire screen is built to display plenty of information, and you can see all your weekly tasks, all your daily tasks, all your schedule, and as you can imagine, we have very limited space here for each item. So while we show only one single line of each task during the view mode, once you start editing it by pressing on it, we expand the task to show the whole title. And for example, here I can add something else. And once I stop editing it, by pressing outside of this task, it's going to be collapsed into a single line. Collections are displayed as those small dots, and if I need to learn about the title of this collection, I can just put my cursor over it, and same goes for multiple collections. And if I need to add more collections, I can just press here and add more collections. Also, there is a menu which gives you access to reschedule and delete functions. Reschedule opens our usual date picker, which allows you to put your task and to move your task into any given week or any given day. What else? Here, for daily tasks, you can see that we have even less space because we have to fit as much of your week as possible into one screen. And it's not really convenient once you start editing it. So what we did, we expanded this column once you start editing a task here. And for example, if you add another task here, you can still see that the column is expanded. Another task. And same as for weekly tasks, I can navigate between these tasks by using arrow key buttons on my keyboard. And the last but not least part of this update is working with your schedule. It's actually pretty much the same as daily schedule. So you can schedule events here, you can create new events, or you can drag and drop tasks, and you can book as many slots as you need for each task. For example, for this task, I'm gonna work on it 2 hours during this week on different days. Also, if I need to filter out events displayed here by calendar, I can press on this icon, I can disable a particular calendar, and the schedule going to be updated. Also, we put at the top of the screen these stats, which shows you some distribution of your booked hours. We consider as meetings any events where you have more than one participant, and everything else is counted as personal events and personal bookings. Well, that's pretty much it about this update. Please let us know if you have any feedback on the screen or on Emery in general. And in terms of what we are building next, what we are releasing next, right now we are building recurring tasks, and also we are building a standalone desktop application. Thanks again.